bad underneath it.
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
That's actually
Sage. Was it good?
yeah. I'll probably just pull it out and put it in the pot.
Okay. What we'll learn. Right over here.
Okay, so hi, this is Patty and Keith from Sleepy Glen Farm coming to you again at our garden.
Well, we're in January. It's probably going to be about 52, 55 degrees today. We got a little bit of wind. It's cold. Everything's dormant. So we're going to take this is our garden right here from last year. Okay, we're going to till this garden up with our box blade and our teeth on it that we've kind of thought we could try to do in our own way rather than have 3 different tools for a tractor. Let's try to do all in one. So our goal is to just keep going back and forth and get this thing tilled up about 6 to 8 inches down with our blades. Go back and forth, and then we'll smooth it out with the box blade. And then we're going to go get some winter rye that's for this area. And we're supposed to have rain in a couple days. So what are we going to do with the rye?
We're gonna spread the rye out all over this garden, and we're gonna let it grow, and I'll come back out here with my mower with a catcher on the back, and I'll keep it mowed down, and I'll feed the chickens with it.
Yeah, this rye will be chicken food. So actually, the last weekend in March, we're going to mow this down to as low as the mower will go. And then we're going to till it again, what we're doing right now. We're going to till it again with the box blade. So we're going to try to put our seeds in right then there, that last weekend of March. Because usually out here it's a hit and miss. The first weekend of April, there's either going to be a freeze or it's going to be 75 degrees. So if we get all of our seeds in right there in that weekend of last weekend of March, the seeds will be underground and not germinated yet if we do hit that freeze. So the first week after April, we could have some 70, 80 degree days, and then I'll start our garden going right there.
Okay, that sounds good. So we should finish taking out this black cover. So last year for our in-ground garden, we put down this black row cover, and because there was so much grass out here and there were so many weeds, and we tried to have a little hand tiller and till it all up, it was just impossible to work with. So we did the best that we could, and then I bought this ground cover, and it's the same ground cover that we have inside the greenhouse
On the
floor. And so we put this down, and we cut holes where all of our plants were going to be. Well, unbeknownst to us, I probably could have gone closer with all of my plants and had a major garden. I think having this row cover down, it kind of limits the amount of food that we can grow because you have to cut the holes. And I know for some gardeners on YouTube it works great for them, but for us, we want to grow abundantly, mass production.
Yeah.
Our idea is in 3 years when we retire, we want to be able to sell our food and can our food and eat our food and just be prepared. And we want to make this a working farm for us. We want it to help produce extra money for us. So that's our goal. We're starting early. We're going to trip and fall a few times. We're not going to do it right every time, but we sure are going to experiment in the next 3 years to see what does work for us and what doesn't.
Yeah, the way that we did this last year actually works out great for just the typical gardener that you want to feed for your family. This, as you can see, we just pulled this up today, and there is actually no weeds at all down here. It's all that's there is just what's left over of the vegetables that we're growing. So this cover here works excellent if you just want to keep your things about your vegetables about 1.5 feet apart, and it makes it real beautiful and maintenance free just about. That was fine, but after about 2 months we ate everything here. So we're like, you know, like Patty said, we're going to the masses. We've doubled our size in the garden. We've doubled this way. We're not going to go with this year. We're just going to do every, you know, 6 to 8 inches. We're going to put seed, plant, just all the way down, just as much as we can grow. And that'll tell us how we're going to do it for the next year. But it was very, very interesting doing this because it came out beautiful during the spring when she was growing. It was just black bottom, no weeds, and just beautiful plants. It was nice. So do keep that in mind if that's what you want. This does work out really good. Yeah.
So Keith, I liked your idea of seed plant, because we want a succession plant when we're planting. We don't want all of our tomatoes to come on at once, because I don't have that kind of time in the kitchen to can everything up, and we don't want to eat 16 zucchinis all in one night. You know, we want to be able to have, oh, there's 2 here on this plant, and those 2 are going to be ready to go in a couple of days. So we're going to succession plant too with that seed plant. And I've already got some seeds started in the house, and I had another video on that, on how I do my soil blocks. So that's another video.
Yeah. So we're going to get started here. We're going to finish taking up our flooring, and we're going to start the tractor, and we're going to let it rip, and we're going to dig this thing up and make it nice and beautiful and even, and get all the weeds and grass and ready for the winter ride.
Yep.
So after saying that, we'll see you. I'll be on the tractor. Patty will be telling me what to do and where to go and how to comb my hair and stuff, and let's get started. Okay, we're going to explain the teeth a little bit better here. There's 4 of these teeth. They're about 1.5 feet long, 1.5 inches thick, and it's solid steel. They are pinned and quarter pinned into a slot into my box blade, so I can pull this pin up and raise them up higher if I wanted to. I have them all the way down for the maximum depth. So what I've got going here is, up here on my adjustment, I've got the box blade to where the back end is tilted all the way up, which is forcing these teeth to go down deeper. That's, as soon as I start the tractor and move it forward, these teeth are going to dig into the dirt. Then I'm going to lower my tractor more with my control on my dash, which will set this box blade level with the ground. So I'm going to be 6 inches underground, and then I'm going to just start driving forward and just start pulling and tugging and ripping all this dirt, nice straight lines. And I'm going to just come back, move over about 1 foot, and do it again until the whole garden is done. Once the whole garden is done, I'm going to pull my teeth out, bring them all the way up, lock them in, and I'm going to lower my box blade right here to where it's level with the ground. Then I'm going to lower my box blade to where it's touching the ground and come up just about 1 inch. And I'm going to drive all the way the whole length of the garden, come back, do it again. And any kind of clumping rocks or soil, that box blade is just going to smooth everything out, just like that. So at that point, we're going to plant our winter rye, our cover crop. And we'll do the same thing in April when we plant our crops. Same exact thing. We're going to till up the rye, level it out, and do our seed plant like Patty was saying.
Okay, so we're back, and Keith has tilled up this garden with the box blade that we had bought, and we showed you how he uses it. And it was a tough job, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot tougher than we thought. The ground was a lot harder. It was on a pretty good little slope, and we had a couple little hills to deal with. So after a good day and a half, we got it looking real nice. We got it real nice and level, and I kind of put a little bit of an angle to it so that it'll have natural runoff, so nothing that we plant will puddle. So we're very happy with that. It looks real super nice. Looks real ready for some seeds and plants. We got our rye in the ground. We're already watering our rye, so we're waiting for that. We're any day now. We should see some germination happening there. So we got a couple more projects coming up, but this came out great.
It really did. I'm really happy with it. It's twice as big as the garden we had last year, so we're excited about that. We're going to recycle all of that ground cover, and that'll be in our next video, so stay tuned for that. We're not going to let nothing go to waste here on the farm. Plus, we have another building project that we're going to start here soon.
Two projects.
Two projects.
Yeah,
so
2 projects.
Stay tuned. We're excited, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we sure would love that support from you. And hit that like button. And if you have any comments or questions that we can answer for you, go ahead and leave the comments below, and we'll get right back with you.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.